All right, folks, step one of converting this into a dual fan aluminum radiator queen. We've started. We just took off the intake, the intake hose, and my antifreeze looks a little rough. Looks a little old, but maybe it's good we're doing this. Hose number 2. Oh man, that's a disaster. A main project that I wanted to get done on this truck was put some electric fans in it, and I have successfully done that. So I just want to show you guys that real quick. All right, so I got this kit off, believe it or not, Amazon. It's a really nice aluminum brand new radiator that I put in, and it came with the dual shroud setup, or dual fan setup, I should say. And you can see right in there. And then it also came with a wiring harness with a relay to wire it all up and get it running good. One of the main reasons I wanted to do this project is because this is, for the most part, a summer vehicle, and I'm running it when it's really hot outside, you know, middle of summer. We're talking 80, 90 degrees outside. And I had the original, like, fan on the engine here with the old radiator, and it would start to get hot, like when I was sitting in traffic or it was just at an idle, and I didn't like that. You know, it's kind of a pain in the butt when you're constantly having anxiety over the temp of your engine when you're just, you know, sitting there running. Like, that's no fun. So to fix that, we got the dual fan setup. So this whole kit, the radiator, the shroud, and the 2 fans with the relay, was about $300 on Amazon, which was a really good price. I did do some extra things as well. I got brand new hoses, top and bottom, and then I also installed a new reservoir, which actually is a little low. I still need to top that off. And then also I had to do my own wiring, and I retrofitted something. So the kit comes with a temperature switch that you're supposed to put into the engine, or not switch, sensor, I should say. So when the it's designed for when the engine gets up to temperature, it automatically turns the fans on and then when the temperature comes down to an adequate level, it turns the fans off. I've talked to a lot of people who have had similar setups than that, and they've had multiple sensors fail, and I didn't want that to happen. I bypassed that entire thing. I just wired these onto a switch inside of the cab, so they run all the time. I could make a more in-depth video on how I did that, but if you're curious on how to do it, it's pretty simple. Here's the switch right here. They're not very loud at all. And I'm running them off of just a single relay. I had to do so much research to figure that out. I had no idea what I was doing. If you guys want to see the real quick rundown of it, this is what it is. So the relay's right here. I put it right here near the battery. It's just 2 wires. One of the wires goes to power directly to the battery. The other wire goes to ground, which you could ground anywhere, but I just grounded it to the battery because it was right there. And then on each side of the relay, there's 4 ports, or there's 4 wires. So those 2 are pretty self-explanatory, power, ground. And then the blue wire comes and wires directly into the fans. That's the power to the fans. And then the fans have grounding wires as well, and I just grounded them right to the truck. That's it. And then the 4th wire coming out of the relay just goes right around and inside of the cab, and it hooks to one side of this switch here, and then the other side of this switch I wired directly to the fuse panel, to a hot power source. In order to find that, all you need is just a multimeter. Make sure you have 12 volts running to the port that you're gonna plug it into. And that's it. Like, that's pretty, it sounds simple, and it really is, once you figure it out. But yeah, that's all I did. Yeah, I also got this off of Amazon as well. Wrap the wires up nice and neat, keep them out, and make it look somewhat professional, even though I'm very far from that. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I've ran this truck around with this setup, and I mean, it goes awesome. I'm running about 180 degrees the entire time. Also, I put a new thermostat in right here while I had everything drained. So I put 180 degree thermostat in. So yeah, the engine's running right at 180 all the time, and I love it. I love the setup. It works great, and it eliminates the anxiety of overheating, that's for sure. As far as projects go on this truck next, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. That was like one of the big things I needed to do. But yeah, we're just picking away at it. That's why I enjoy this truck so much, just because, you know, it's a driver, it's totally roadworthy, but it's also a little bit of a project, you know? I mean, it's not perfect by any means. It's not a show truck or anything like that. But, you know, it's nice. It turns heads going down the road. This is how I feel about doing projects. You know, a lot of times it's like, they're such a pain, like it takes a lot of work. And I mean, this took me about a week to do. But in the process of doing that, you learn so much. Like, I learned how to wire things up in a vehicle, and like now I can apply that to any other situation that I'm trying to do when it comes to wiring, because all wiring is the same, you know, all circuits are pretty much the same. But yeah, that's the best part, is just learning new things. I'm not a mechanic by any means, but with a little bit of research on YouTube and a little patience, you can go a long way. Oh, the other thing I did is I also replaced these belts. So these belts were pretty squeaky, and my power steering especially was like, and I was like, oh, let's just replace these belts while we're right here. So I did, and now no issues at all. Works awesome. I made sure to check my alternator, make sure it was putting out like 14 volts when it's running, and it is. We know that's working fine. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I think the last time I made a video on this truck was when my clutch was having issues, and I got that fixed. I put a brand new master cylinder, I put a brand new Slade cylinder, brand new lines. That was a pain in the butt, but I figured that one out. Biggest lifesaver ever was I was trying to bleed the system, couldn't get the air out, airbound, terrible, wicked pain in the butt. I found a reverse bleeder where it has like this little needle nose thing that you put right in the top of the reservoir, right down in the hole. Pump it, sucks all the air bubbles out. You're good to go. That's all I did. It took me like, I was spending hours and hours trying to bleed this system. Couldn't do it. Used that thing and it was fully bled, had like all the pressure in the world on the clutch in like 2 minutes. So, but it's fun. If you haven't seen this channel before, or haven't seen this truck before, this is a 1985 Chevy K10, and it is swapped 1-ton axles, so I have like the 8-lug wheels, really heavy duty. I didn't build it personally, but I bought it like that, and yeah, I have no complaints. If you're not following us over on TikTok, I've been uploading videos over there. I've been doing a lot of like cooking and food review videos over there just for fun. Enough rambling. I know I've been talking for a while, so thanks for watching, and hopefully catch you in the next video. Bye.